It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Ravens on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And that's incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw is Jackson. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson now. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Brady to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the 2nd one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. Wide open receiver complete. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. That is incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Slant route to Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
Over the middle, complete. It's Miller. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scotty Miller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 21-0.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins.
He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And some room to maneuver. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Touchdown! It's complete. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Ravens are on the board here in the final seconds of the 1st half.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. The final shot before half for Brady. Going up top for Miller. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. From the 6.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the 3rd quarter.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Brady's throw on target to Godwin here.
We got this.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Brady now on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Brady. Incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 29. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run on first down. Hardy.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Dancing away at the 35. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be a second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. comes at one, and it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans.
And the Bucs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. On the ground with Vaughn.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal?
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead now up to 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
63 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 10, Brady completes it to Miller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Brady now to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
On 1st down, Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Odafe. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance. Like the design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth, they just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting the lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, now Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Play action, now it's Brady. That caught by Manhurts. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 7, a minute 51 on the clock. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Here's Jackson. That is caught, Bateman. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Jackson to throw. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. That complete over the middle. He's got Manhurts, the tight end. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady. Going up top for Miller. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Over the middle to Evans. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. From midfield, here's Brady. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Linval Joseph breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 33. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Brady to throw. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And out of bounds right around the 20. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hardy, and he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Hardy. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So some pressure now on the kicker, Ryan Succop. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Succop's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes.